Hey people, Strategist 418 back at y'all with another one as usual. You already know. Let's talk about God, Jesus Lord. Let's talk about this Final Fantasy VII remake on PC and what my thoughts are so far. So, well, unfortunately, guys, I don't have a quality editor right now. So, I can't really give you all the fancy editing. I gotta actually renew my editing software. And so, yeah, so most of the videos I've been making have just been direct capture. I haven't really been editing much right now, but once I get that going, you'll be able to get some, way more quality videos. But for now, it's basically just mostly gonna just be commentary, okay? Till then. But we're gonna talk about the Final Fantasy VII remake on PC and what I think. Now, as you guys know, when this game first came out, well, you guys don't know probably, but when this game first came out, originally, I was waiting for this game to come to PC because I knew it was gonna come to PC because it was gonna be a timed exclusivity, and I was in no rush to play this game, because I already wasn't a fan of the way how they did this game's, I guess, remake, in a way. So I wasn't really rushing to play this game, right? So, I mean, I waited the time. It's been pretty much a year and some change that PC gamers like myself had to wait to actually play this game. I wasn't gonna play it on PlayStation 4 because I just couldn't do it for an action RPG. I can't play at that frame rate of 30 frames per second. It just wouldn't work. I just can't do it, right? So, finally waited. The PC version finally came December 16th. Came out yesterday. If you actually waited a little bit. Well, I believe on Twitter you could, there were certain people, you can apply their codes at checkout on the Epic Game Store and get the game for cheaper, or you could have waited for Epic's little coupon sale thing and get the game for the price, a little bit of a better price than what they were selling it for. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad in the end, but yeah, still, it was way too high price for this game, especially a game that only has one part. You know what I mean? It's a multi-part series. There's only one part to it, so you're not even getting a full Final Fantasy VII experience. You're getting like part of it. It's just, it's a mess. But anyway, we're gonna get into the PC version and what I think. Now, this probably is another one of those mediocre PC ports that they basically don't really do much of anything to improve the game for the PC. Really, the only thing they've added was texture resolutions, higher texture resolution, higher shadow resolution, and they also added HDR support, as well as the most important setting, the frame rate is, you can go beyond 60 frames per second. So I'm actually playing the game at 120. You guys can't see that because YouTube, unfortunately, still doesn't allow higher frame rates to be rendered yet. But I'm playing the game at 120 frames per second at 1440p. I have an RTX 3070, so everything is working pretty fine. You know what I'm saying? I do get some drops here and there in the towns. But, oh, you can also change the NPC count up to 10, I believe. So, you can get more NPCs on screen, make it look more advanced and shit like that. So, the game does have its scalability, but it's still pretty bad in comparison to other PC versions. I mean, like, you can't change the FOV. I'm pretty sure modders are going to get into this game and they're going to really, add some stuff that we do need in this game. But yeah, there's no FOV support. There's no depth of field sliders. You can't change. Basically, it is anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering. I mean, if you look at Square Enix's other great PC version, Final Fantasy 15, that game has a lot of features, including DLSS. I think it's just at 4K though, but they have DLSS, and they also have a bunch of other NVIDIA specific features that you can utilize in that game. So it's just like, damn, like this PC version, and they're charging $70 for this. I mean, come on, they gotta be out of their mind. They didn't even attempt to try to, you know what I'm saying, give the people a little bit more of a discount, maybe $50 if you buy the game in the first 2 weeks or some shit like that. But I mean, goddamn, $70 for basically like 3 features. 3 PC features. Come on, man. And then not even, you can't even set the shit on medium or nothing. It's either low or high. You know what I mean? So it's just the only thing that really I would say is cool about this PC version is that it's on PC. You know, you can get the mods and people can mod the game and actually give us a good PC version. That is one thing that I like, and the fact that you know, the game has 120 frames per second, so you know you can render the game at higher than 60. And it looks, this game, trust me, it looks amazing at 120 frames per second. That's one thing about the game. The game looks really nice. It looks pretty. It's a pretty looking game. But we haven't gotten to the part to where I wanted to talk about the gameplay and what I think so far. So I've been playing this game for about 11 hours according to my time played on the EGS and whatever. And so far, I would say that the game is decent. My sentiments that I thought about the game originally back in 2020 when I first played the demo for the PS4 version, and when I was just looking at a lot of the gameplay for the game, I think the game is decent. It's not... I feel like after a while the combat system does get a little taxing. I mean, you know, I'm feeling myself even right now getting a little chored out by it, but it's not bad at all. I mean, it's decent, it's serviceable, it gets the job done so far from what I've been playing. And the combat system has enough depth to keep you you know, entertained for the runtime of, I believe this game is about 25 to 30 hours, including the extra content, which will run you probably about more than that, maybe 40, 50. But yeah, I mean, so far from what I've been playing, like, the combat system is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's not one of the most fun RPGs I played. I find myself getting bored sometimes from it, but it's serviceable. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, there's way better action RPGs out there. Way better. I mean, the Tales games, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of the Abyss, the Ys games, anything like that. You know, I can't name them all. Star Ocean even, like the older ones and stuff like that. But this game is pretty decent. You know, it's pretty decent. But as far as the game itself being a Final Fantasy VII remake, playing this, I don't even feel like I'm playing the original Final Fantasy VII story. I feel like I'm just playing a new game that they decided to change the story and a lot of the characters and a lot of the events. I feel like I'm just playing a new Final Fantasy VII game, and then they just put remake on it because it is familiar to that original PlayStation 1 property, with the setting, with the characters, the music even. But it's not the same. It's not even a remake. It's more like a new game that they said, hey, this is a remake for. You know what I mean? They're just calling it a remake, but it's really just a new game. You know, let's be honest here. But anyway, so far from that, oh, and let me get into that. There's way too many cutscenes in this game. Holy fucking shit. There's way too many fucking cutscenes in this game. This game is filled with fucking cutscenes. I mean, from goddamn, it's like every 2 steps is a cutscene. Every 2 steps is a goddamn cutscene. I mean, come on, like, and the cutscenes are just like, it's after a while you're just like, come on, can I get back to the gameplay? Can I get back to the gameplay? And nowadays, I'm starting to appreciate more games with gameplay, with longer gameplay sections. That's kind of why I like the Neos and the Dark Souls and all these other Souls-likes, because in Metroidvanias as well, because they're just gameplay focused, right? They'll have cutscenes, but they'll be short. I don't like all these cutscenes every 3 steps I have a cutscene. I like being able to explore. I like being able to go where I want to go. I like being able to, you know, see the story for myself as I want to see. You know what I mean? I don't like being bombarded with story sections unless I care about the story. In this game, I don't really care about the story. The story so far, the dialogue, it's nowhere near as interesting as the original Final Fantasy VII story and dialogue. And I wasn't even a big fan of the original Final Fantasy VII. But so far from what I'm playing, that had a better scenario, better story and dialogue than this game. This game's story and dialogue is kind of, it's not really doing much for me. So I'm not as interested in the story. The gameplay is pretty much what's keeping me engaged to a certain degree. I feel like if I play this for more than 20 hours, I'm just gonna get bored of this shit. And I don't get bored on games easily. I play sometimes I play games for 100 hours, 200 hours, RPGs and stuff like that, and I enjoy it. But this so far, I can definitely tell you guys, there's so many fucking cutscenes. There's so many walking sections. There's so many points where they stop you from progressing, and you're just here watching and talking and looking at stuff, and it's just like, come on, man, let me keep playing the damn game. Give me more time with the game. I don't want to sit here and watch cutscenes all day. So that's annoying. But yeah, so far it's been decent, but please do not, and I repeat, do not spend $70 or even $60 on this game. Okay, wait till this game drops in price, or even wait till it comes to Steam, so that you can get it for a cheaper price. Do not buy this game on PC right now. It's a mediocre port, and it's for a game that's, to be honest, pretty just decent. I mean, it's decent at best. I was hearing everybody saying this game was fantastic, it's amazing. I mean, come on, man. It's decent. It's decent. I could get more into detail in another video, but I am running out of time. You guys already know who I am. I'm the Strategist 418. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to discuss this further, we can discuss this in the comments, and I can get into it further. Tell me what you guys think so far. If you actually, you know, played the PC version. But in any event, you guys already know who I am. Again, the Strategist 418. I love you. I hope you love me. And I'm out. Peace.